parts of grammar. This is the first lecture of grammar classes. So we'll start with the parts of speech. There are 9 parts of speech. Now I'll just tell you what exactly we mean by parts of speech. In any English sentence, to speak or to write, each word in that sentence falls in different parts of speech. It takes up the function of a noun, function of a pronoun, likewise different parts of speech. Without parts of speech, you cannot frame or make a sentence. Total, there are 9 parts of speech. Today, in the first part of the lecture, we may be able to complete around 5 parts of speech today. The very first being noun. Now, what is noun actually? Noun, everybody knows. Your mind might be doing it right from your 3rd grade and all. What do you mean by noun? Noun is a name of a person, place, thing or an animal. Like examples here. Ravi, it's a name of a person. Dog, it's a common noun. Mumbai, place. And cup, it's a thing. Like that. There are 4 types of nouns. Now there are more, but I am teaching you all from the examination point of view of Maharashtra State Board English medium school, English medium board. So here we are going to see a proper noun. Proper noun, what do you mean by proper noun? Name specifically given to a person, animal or a thing. Example see, John. It's a proper name. It's a specific name given to a man or a male. Simba. You might have heard about Simba the lion. Lion is a common noun, but Simba is a proper name given to that particular lion. India. Country is a common noun, but specific name India. That's a proper noun. Yellow. Yellow is a specific name given to the color. Now, color is a common noun, but yellow is a proper noun. So that's the way you can understand what is proper noun. Go for the next one is common noun. What is common noun? It is the name given commonly to a specific beings. Like for example, man, human beings. It's man. That's a common noun. Lion. Lion is a common noun for all the species of lion, that is it. Mountain. You are not specifying which mountain it is. Mountain is common noun. Similarly, river. Here it's a common noun. Rivers, all the rivers that are all around the world, it's coming under the common noun river. But we specify Ganga river. That means Ganga is a proper noun. Now, but here river means common noun. It just applies to all the rivers in the world. Now, collective noun. 3rd type we have to learn is collective noun. What is collective noun? Collective noun are the nouns that helps you in the group, a person or a thing that is there. That is known as collective noun. In a group, which we say, for example, flock of sheep. Sheep ka group. When a group of sheep comes together, a lot of sheep comes together, you say a flock of sheep. Herd. Herd of animal. Herd of elephant. What is the meaning of herd of elephant? A group of elephant that's come together. That's the meaning of herd of elephant. Swarm. Swarm का मतलब क्या है? Swarm of swarm of bees. A collective noun, a group of bees or any kind of insects when they come together, that is known as swarm. Fleet. Fleet of ship. SHIP. Now, group of ship belonging to one person or from moving from one place to another. A group of ships that travel together, that is known as fleet. So collective noun, I hope you all have understood. Now let's come for the next one, that is abstract noun. Abstract noun. Now if you see the meaning itself, if you see the general meaning of abstract का मतलब क्या है? कुछ आप देख नहीं सकते हो, या you cannot touch, you can feel, you can't, there is no specific shape. Abstract, only you can feel. All the other things, if you see proper noun, common noun, collective noun, you can see, you can understand, there is an image given there. But for abstract noun, there is no specific shape or you can't touch, you can just only feel. Example, honesty, prosperity, success, love. There are a lot of abstract nouns. I'm just giving examples. Honesty, now you can just only feel, you can just only experience, but you just can't say like, this is the shape of the honesty or you'll find honesty. No, only thing is that it is the emotion. So this is what we are done with the noun. Now I just tell you all how. So this is the concept of noun. how the question is put up regarding the noun that differs from place to place, from boards to board. Now I am just insisting on the Maharashtra board, that is in India. Let's see now. Question asked is, see the first sentence I have given, Reena stays at Qatar. Here the word Reena is underlined. The question that would come is, identify the word class of the underlined word. Now word class is same as asking for parts of speech. So you have to tell me what is the parts of speech of that word underlined Reena. So it's very specific. It is noun. Now this is one way it will be asked. Another way it will be asked is, they might ask you, pick, tell the name or tell the kind of the noun underlined. Now underlined, it's already question is being asked, underlined is a noun, so you have to tell the kind. Now Reena is what? It's a specific name of a girl. So what it is a proper noun. Understood? Now this second one is complete the word chain of noun. Now here it is complete the word chain of, this is another way coming for the exams. Word chain of noun. Now already it is given joy. Now there is no specifically asked which kind of noun it is being asked. So you can put up any noun and you can complete this particular word chain. So 4 blanks are given. So these 4 blanks you have to fill in with whatever the nouns that you all know. Now there is a condition here. How it is, you know, whatever the last letter is done, that is joy, it ends with Y. So the next letter should start with the Y, and what the word that ends with the last letter, the next noun should start with the last letter of the previous noun. So let's say here joy. So I will write here youth. So H, it ends with H, so the next letter should start with H. So it will be, I will write house. Now house, it ends with E. So let's start with the next one, and that is E. It's, let's take for over here, energy. Now it again ends with another word Y, a letter ends with Y. So the next one, I'll take over there, yellow. So thus we complete the word chain of noun. Third way of asking question based on the parts of speech noun is, give word register of collective noun. Like they will ask you collective noun, or they might ask you proper noun, or they might ask you abstract noun. Depends how the question is being put up. Now in this example I have just put up a question, give word register of collective noun. Whenever the word register of collective noun is asked, or any kind of word register it is asked, the answer, how you should answer is, you should put up the answer in this way. Collective noun it is asked. So write collective noun, put a colon sign and write 4 collective noun. Whatever you all know as such, herd, fleet, flock, swag. Thus you get these are the different ways how the questions based on parts of speech noun is being asked in the Maharashtra State Board of English Medium. Okay, let's continue with the second parts of speech, that is pronoun. Now pronoun, when you say pronoun, you just split that word pronoun. In itself you will understand the meaning of pronoun. Pro का मतलब क्या है? In place of. Noun. Just now we learned what is noun. So in place of noun, what the word we use, that is pronoun. Okay, now let's start with the second part of speech, that is pronoun. Pronoun itself, you will see the word, if you just click that word, you will get the meaning of pronoun. Pro means in place of. Noun, that is in place of noun, the words that we use is known as pronoun. Example, just see here. Sunita is my friend. She stays next to our house. Now Sunita is a noun. Sunita is my friend. My friend. My is just indicating me. I have not written my name. Instead of that, what I have written? Mine. So that is a pronoun. She stays. Now who is this she here? She is used in place of Sunita. So this is a pronoun. She stays next door to our house. Instead of writing Shija's house, I have written our house. So our is standing for pronoun. In place of that noun, what the word we use is known as pronoun. Now see, From the examination point of view, I have just explained you about the 3 types of pronouns that we have, and also it will be helpful for you for the next so many grammar topics. So we'll just learn here first person pronoun. First person pronoun. What do you mean by first person pronoun? It means what, you know, the pronouns that are just indicating yourself from first person. You give most priority to yourself. So the first person pronoun is I, me, my, mine, myself. उसका plural form we, that is I and somebody else of us, it will come we, our, us, ourselves. These are first person pronoun. Second person pronoun का मतलब क्या होता है में जो just आपके opposite करे, just you. So for example, you, your, yourself. And third person pronoun is those pronouns that are not between I and you or you and me. It is all about third person who is not between you and me. So here he, she, they, it. उसका demonstrative one him, his, her, them, their. उसका self forms himself, herself, themselves, itself. Again, from the examination point of view, how the question is being put up is like this way. Again, the sentence will be given to you all in which they will, like, you know, for example, this is an example given over there. So it will be just this particular one would be underlined. So they might ask you like pick out, state the word class of the underlined word. So here it is, she is underlined. So you know this is a pronoun. So you have to just simply write down she, hyphen you have to put and write down the answer pronoun. That is the way how the question is being put up for the pronoun for the high school in this particular parts of speech. Now let's go for the next parts of speech. Okay, now let's come for the next parts of speech, verb. Now verb, I'll be putting another video, in a detailed video of the verb forms, in which we will be dealing with this particular topic in a very detailed way. Now only from the aspect of name the parts of speech or the state the word class, only from that point of view I'm going to just teach you this verb act. Now verb, if you see what is the parts of speech, or if I ask you anybody what is a verb, everyone will say it is an action word, or anything that has an action in it, that means a verb. So verb, that is one of the way of saying the verb. Another way of saying the verb is to show the state, like in which state it is happening. Is it happening in present, past or future? So let's see now. Verbs are the words that shows an action or state. Example, action words, everybody knows it. Like for example, any word that has an action like run, swim, talk, dream, eat, drink, swim, everything that has an action, it is a verb. State ka matlab I'll explain you now. So in this particular sentence, it is humid here. Now here, do you have any action over here? Nothing. But there is a verb known as is, which shows that the present state of that particular place. It is humid here. So this one is a verb that shows the state. Without that verb, that sentence doesn't make any sense. Like it humid here. Okay. Now let's come for the next parts of speech, that is adverb. As the name suggests, adverb, यानी कि words that gives meaning to the verb in the sentence is known as adverb. Or you can just say adverbs are the words that gives more information about the verb that takes place in a sentence. Look at the example here. And normally usually 95% of the time, always the adverb ends with ly. Now tips of adverb is what, you know, very simple. Adjective plus ly is always an adverb. So words that ends with ly is mostly an adverb. Examples here. She told her life story honestly. Now if you see here, she told her story. Now everybody know what is a verb now. Told. How she told her story? Honestly. This word honestly is giving more information about the verb told. So this particular word honestly is the adverb. Okay. Go for the next sentence. He slowly completed his task. Now if you see here, completed is a verb. How he completed his work? Slowly. So slowly is the adverb. Any word that describes a particular or tells more about a verb is known as an adverb. I know her well. Now see, in this case, this particular adverb is not ending with ly. I know her. How I know her? well. Like it's telling more about no. कितना अच्छे से मैं जानती हूँ उसको well. So this particular well is a adverb in this sentence. Now I hope you all understood. Again here the questions that are put up will be from place to place. It will be different. So what you all have to do is, again parts of speech normally what they do is 1 mark question. It comes like this. They will underline a word, like for example honestly, and they will ask you name the parts of speech or state the word class of the underlined word. This is one way. The other way of asking question is a comprehension would be given to you or an extract would be given to you. Out of that they will ask you in vocabulary section, pick out 2 adverbs from the extract. So in that, whatever the adverbs are there in that extract, you have to identify the adverbs and write it down. It comes for 2 marks for our Maharashtra book. Now let's go for the last in this video's last parts of speech, that is adjective. Adjective is what? It is a word. It are the words that are used to describe a noun or a pronoun. Like how adverb is describing a verb, same way adjective is describing a noun or a pronoun. Example, Sarah is a pretty girl. Now in this one, this word pretty is describing this girl as well as Sarah. That means Sarah is a pretty girl. Pretty word is used for qualifying the noun girl here. Go for the next sentence. He is smart in his work. In this, if you see, here the word smart. He is smart. How is he? That is he. That is smart. So smart is a word that is describing the pronoun he. So any words that describe either a noun or a pronoun is known as adjective. Again, the question based for the exams for parts of speeches, they might underline a word and they'll ask you identify the parts of speech or state the word clause of the underlined word. That's all for this particular today's video of parts of speech, the 5 parts of speech that I have taught you all today. Just go through it well and take up as many sentences as possible to solve this and get this particular topic clear. In my next video, I will start with another 4 parts of speech. See you all then. Bye-bye.